and welcome to today's Peace Circle. It is 8 p.m. and today is Friday, the 23rd of February 2024. Let's breathe. Really taking some deep, conscious, profound in-breath and letting the air flow out. Expand and breathe in and the air flow out. Can you feel how the in-breath is almost a reflex? Like you don't need to think about it. And your body takes another deep breath. And then the breathing out happens naturally too. And in focusing on it, we can sense more of our body. Certainly the lungs, how they raise the chest. And this rhythm of breathing, whether we are awake or we are asleep. It's amazing. We breathe our whole life. Let's focus on creating a circle of peace with all of us sitting in circle, wherever we find ourselves. Maybe you're lying down, or you're sitting on the floor, or you're seated in a chair or sofa. Okay, the theme today is peace, but the main theme today is to let go of the fear that peace may not be here forever where we are, that our peace may be invaded by conflict, misunderstandings, or by something happening accidentally, but also maybe it is the fear of an expansion of conflicts and war that seems to sit in our cells. Maybe our parents, maybe our grandparents maybe your great-grandparents, maybe their great-great-great-grandparents feared having to leave the family, having to leave the home and enter into a conflict. So it's that fear. Let's imagine all of us, let's envision sitting on the ground. And in the middle, we have a peace fire. And now each of us can speak and we put into the fire all our fears that they may be alchemized, transmuted, purified, and leave this life. So what's coming first is the fear of speaking up for peace, speaking up of not agreeing with whatever the group, whatever the governing body, whatever the media, whatever maybe even family members and some connections, maybe also partners or children believe in, and we did not. And speaking up may have endangered our lives or the lives of our loved one. So we place into this peace fire the fear of speaking our truth, of voicing what is in our hearts, the fear of getting attention when we speak up and speak against a group consensus. Okay, then there is the fear of maybe being not able to have food, maybe because some of us had to hide, or some of us did not fit into society and were poor, or some of us were incarcerated and maybe also some of us starved because there was a conflict. Maybe this was the worry of the parents and the grandparents who had small children, and maybe particularly the women who were left on their own. And the fear being too cold because there was no home. But really, underneath that is the fear of being isolated. Many of us, maybe right now, spend a lot of time by themselves, maybe spending more time with the pets and nature, and looking after the garden and the household and after all the pets. And then with the fear that there is no peace, there is the fear of being pushed out of our home, out of our community, out of our country, that we have to flee, that we lose all. And maybe we were followed, or maybe some of our ancestors were pushed to believe uh, that the, the opposite army is going to get them, the so-called enemy, totally forgetting that these are human beings and all of those have mothers too and have been born here just like us. So these are a lot of fears that seem to rise, and then the fear of being injured, the fear of not being able to work, the fear of being estranged and maybe losing loved ones. There are so many fears connected to not having peace. Let's put them, it's like a rainbow, let's put them all into the fire. And let's invite in an expanded consciousness of love and peace. We are welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love and peace. And maybe this time we don't need to speak peace. It is enough that the peace is in our heart, like a candle light. It is that light, that one light that lights up the room, that lights up those dark clouds that others believe in or have fear of. So, in fact, our breath is our voice. Our beingness is our speaking up, being seen, our eternal trust, a heart filled of peace and love. That is our way of contributing to this peace circle, but also the peace in ourselves, the peace in our home, the peace in our community, and the peace everywhere, not just on this earth, but in the entire galaxies. Peace is one of the highest frequencies, this deep, deep, deep peace that is really in every cell, but it is also the connection between the heart, all the chakra, and the soul, the eternal beingness. It is like a silver, white strand with some gold connecting us to our eternal self that we always carry in it. You were born with it. We are peace, isn't freedom. So much past. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Know that we have shared our fears. Maybe there is something in your life, or someone in your life, or a situation that requires a peaceful solution. Maybe you wish to put this into the peace fire. Kindly, we are asking for a peaceful solution in this matter. So it is. We are sharing this peace circle with all animal kind, with all nature kind, with all human beings, with all this planet, all this galaxy, solar system, and we are emitting peace into our bodies, into our hearts, and as the fire is slowly leaving, there is a golden peace circle that we're placing around our home, the home of all our loved ones, all our pets, and we're expanding this peace circle all around Earth. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of love and peace, now, here, everywhere. And so it is. Going back into yourself, feeling your breath. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being here. This is Blue from blueroom.org. Thank you. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.